My advice to you is just to do it, even though you don't know how to do it. And what I mean by that is just get straight into what you've been wanting to do. There's nothing really special to it. Everybody has something they've always wanted to learn within their everyday lives, whether it be teaching themselves how to do a specific thing, like learning how to dribble the basketball better, or record better Minecraft videos, or just do what they want to do, but they just never start because they don't know how to start. And my advice to you guys is just don't even think about it. Jump straight into it. Because when you're really just doing it off rip, off the fly, off the dome, that's when you really find the way that you really want to do it. You don't know how you're gonna do it, but you're just gonna hop in and do it. This isn't specific to absolutely anything. It could be anything that just applies to you, whether you want to learn how to be a better content creator, whether you want to be a better basketball player, whatever you want to do, apply it to your life and own it. But they asked me, like, crap, why would I just start something if I don't know how to really do it? And my answer to that is just do it, because we don't have time to just sit here and ponder on whether we're going to do something or not do something. You just gotta hop in and do that. J. Cole does mention that there is beauty in the struggle. And what he means by that is the struggle of just obviously not knowing what to do, or you're struggling to pay the bills or something like that. The beauty behind it is what you make out of it. And what that means is you can start today and you'll completely struggle. You're like, Private, what do you do? What do you do in this situation? I don't know how to start, and I just started and now I'm struggling. Let the struggle happen, because the struggle could really turn into something beautiful. But he also does say that there is ugliness in the success. And he also means that when you fully succeed, there's going to be hardships. There's going to be times where you're like, I don't want to keep doing this no more. And you're going to go back and be like, maybe I should quit. Maybe I should have never take this risk or just started, even though I didn't want to start. But starting today instead of 5 years down the line could very, very well be beneficial to you. I often hear at times the older age of people, the older generations, they always tell us younger people, like me, I'm 19, they always say, yeah, you have plenty of time to figure out what you want to do. And I agree with them. But what I don't agree with is the fact that we do have time, but it's not the amount of time you really think that you have. Because next thing you know, you're thinking to yourself, I got time to do this. I got time. I can start tomorrow. I can start next week. I can start the week after. Next thing you know, 5 years pass by and you don't know what you're going to do. You didn't take that risk, and now you're stuck because you don't know what to do. Taking the risk now could really make the difference. It really could. I will emphasize again, even though I've said it like 500 times, you're yourself 10 years down the line, and you'll just be like, I thank myself 10 years before that I started doing what I'm doing. And again, this goes for absolutely anything, whether you want to become a content creator, maybe you want to become better at your sport, maybe you want to try a new sport, maybe you want to go to college, maybe you just want to get into a trade, whatever it is. Just take a risk, start now. If you don't capitalize on the time that you have now, then you may never be able to capitalize on it, and you may completely miss the whole entire opportunity window. And this opportunity window may be small. Opportunity windows, in my opinion, could be as large as a couple of years, but obviously we don't want to be waiting that long. A pretty good example of what I've been explaining is I used to stream on Twitch, and I always wanted to do this whole Minecraft thing, but I originally did Rocket League content at the time, and I love Rocket League. Obviously, I don't really like it too much now because I don't do it no more. But I literally thought to myself the other day, I was like, I still want to be in the Minecraft scene. I want to be in the content creation scene. And if I could do that, then I'd be pretty satisfied. I wouldn't be too disappointed in myself for giving up on something I've been wanting to do since I was in 3rd grade. But if I at least tried like how I am right now, then I'd be satisfied. And even if this whole entire thing flops, I at least know in the back of my mind, hey, I tried. And when you leave it all out on the floor, there's nothing more you can do. There's nothing more you can do. And it's not exactly a bad thing if you completely fail when you don't know how to start and you start anyways. But at least you have that peace of mind in the back of your mind, thinking to yourself, hey, I tried, I did it. You know what I mean? If it didn't work out, it doesn't work out. Don't force it. And I'm not exactly saying to give up, because giving up is just not, it's just that pussy shit. You don't want to be doing all that. Don't ever give up. If it's not working out, keep trying at it. You know what I mean? You never know. But don't force it. If you've been doing YouTube for 10 years and you're still averaging like 10 views, okay, I think it's time to move on. Another good example could be, like I said, I love playing Rocket League, but when I first started streaming, I always thought to myself, it was always my dream to stream. I was like, I gotta get into it. I gotta do it. And I just went in and did it. I didn't know how to, but I developed such a strong fan base off rip. And it was like the most amazing feeling to me. I was like, no way. I really did this. Like, me. I absolutely did this, and it worked out for a certain amount of time. I ended up gaining over 160 followers in the span of a few months. I was affiliated. I did absolutely everything that I X'd off of my bucket list. Now, I completely stopped. With the whole streaming thing. You may wonder why. And it was just because I burnt myself out. I was going too quick. I was just not taking things slow. And I'm always glad that I took the risk, because if I didn't take the risk, I wouldn't be making this video right now. It wouldn't even be in fruition, or it just wouldn't be in my mind. It would be in the back of my mind, if anything. It wouldn't just be at the front of my mind. Frankly, with this video, I don't know where I want to go with this video. I'm just off the dome, no script or anything. I'm just speaking. Like, you can say all you want that I'm just speaking. In reality, I literally am just speaking off the dome. I'm just thinking what I'm thinking. I have absolutely no plan for this video, but here I am, and I'm doing it. I wanted to get back into the whole entire YouTube scene, and I really don't know how to do it, but here I am making this video. I'm just showing you guys my survival world, and I'm just out here playing while giving some life advice. I frankly don't know how to do it. This video may flop, and I just have to accept the fact that it does flop. But if it doesn't, good for me. And I'll be happy that it doesn't flop. But even if it does, in the back of my mind, I just know that I tried, and even though it didn't succeed, I still tried, and I gave it effort. I started today instead of tomorrow. Again, success isn't absolutely everything, but it's definitely the end goal if you want to, just be where you want to be in life. Not knowing how to start exactly is really just the beauty of starting earlier than later. And on those days that you just don't have the motivation to start, maybe, you got to realize that motivation isn't absolutely everything. You got to discipline yourself. Discipline will always be motivation in absolutely every scenario. Allowing the time to discipline yourself and just train your mind over motivation, you'll be an unstoppable, just like machine. Discipline yourself to wake up early. Discipline yourself to go work out. Discipline yourself to start now. Because a year down the line, or a couple years down the line, you'll think to yourself, why didn't I start years ago, months ago, a decade ago, a millennia ago? and give yourself a chance to try out different things. Maybe you want to start your own business and you start your own business, but it's not successful. You know what I mean? Bounce back, try something else. You know what I mean? Try a different business approach. Try a different sport. Try a different anything. The girl you've been talking to, she don't like you. Okay, it's time to move on. When you give yourself the power to move on from your past failures, mistakes, whatever it is, then again, you'll be unstoppable. Don't be too hard on yourself though. If you're going at full speed and you're like, okay, this risk that I just took is just hanging off, give yourself a rest day. Give yourself a day to just chill out. Self-care day, you know what I mean? Just don't burn yourself out. Because when you burn yourself out, that's when you think to yourself, why did I even get into this? And of course, you don't want to be thinking that. My final verdict for this video, though, is just bet on yourself. Because at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. And if you don't have yourself, then who do you really have? Who really got you? Thank you.